There. There we go. We'll move her statue for a second. There we go. Can you see my lion? Ah, there you go. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Come on in. I hope everybody is having a great day today. It is just another fabulously nutty live. Yeah, I just arrived at my daughter's house. She is in class. This is her senior year, last year at university. So I was able to find a ride here to visit her. So I'm always excited when I get a chance to come and visit. That is for sure. So while she's in class, I figured, hey, let's get this nut channel nutting. Let's get our lives living. Can you believe? So I live at the ocean, and she is 4.5, 5 hours west, up near the mountains, and her leaves have already started changing and falling. It is so very, very cool. I cannot believe it. It is just amazing today. I am so thankful to have, at this point, when your kids are almost adults, any opportunity I have to spend with them, it feels like such an honor that they could be doing anything they want with anybody, hanging out with whoever, and they're choosing to allow me to come visit. It's just a special thing to me. Hey, Hot Grown, we made it to the mountains. Hey, I'm on my front porch, and while she is in class, it just takes me a minute to get in where all I need to get in, right? And I figured, hey, let's come on and do live, because thresholds aren't going to be met just because we want them to be. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're just hanging out. What's everybody's plan for this weekend? Let me know. Well, let me turn this on too. There it goes. All right, sometimes on the phone I have to kind of kickstart it. So yeah, we're live, we're hanging out, we are towards the mountains. Look at this. I'm videotaping my lions. I let her borrow 2 for her front porch, and so I'm expecting them back when she moves. Hopefully, when she gets into the graduate school she chooses to get into, I will, we will be up here moving her around again, right? It's so crazy, these moving years, I remember them fondly. I can see, yeah. I had to turn my others. Yeah, so she's on a little street. Her house was built, that she's renting the house. But it was a little bungalow that she rented. It was built in 1912. And she's not here, so I'll say it. It's such an old lady's house. And truthfully, it was owned by a little old lady. Was the last owner, but it smells like old lady. It looks like old lady, but yeah. So it is her little old lady house, but there's, if you can see way across in the distance, all those cars parked, that's her school. So she found a really great place to move. It has been wonderful. She used to live in apartments that were about 10 to 15 minutes away, so she had to drive and all. And this, boom, no traffic. She is here, and she can hang out. So, but I had my summer clothes on, so since I've been here, I had to put on. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Come on, leave a comment too. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Hot Grown, I looked more at that community post, and I had actually read what it said about it, and it's to, yeah, create conversations, but by turning it on the post page, you can post links, but it's to, like, suppose, like, I guess I think with channels that have a lot of content, or like history content, or they're discussing political or something, it definitely gives people a place to continue conversations. Maybe when, yeah, I'm not sure how it could apply to nutcracking. So I'm having kind of trouble kind of figuring out, oh, what's a great post for nutcracking? So, yeah. But that is what the community tab says it does. It says it does. When people fly up the street, it's only 25 miles an hour and it dead ends. But hey, what you gonna do, right? I don't know if I'm hearing squirrels behind me. I think so. Her backyard is lovely too, but it's like a little fairy garden. But there's so many mosquitoes. I am not going back there. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll show you guys around back in the house later. But yeah, it's very comfortable. So there's this book my mom always reads the best books. And she just gave me a book called The Life of Trees. And it talks about how trees grow together, how they communicate with each other. Yeah, if you click on the Learn More, if you go to your settings and it says community, or in your YouTube studio where it says turn your community on, then at the bottom it says Learn More, because I did it for my other page. I clicked on the Learn More and it sent me to the YouTube spot that describes it all. So that's where, but you know what? If YouTube wants me to turn it on, we're turning it on at this point. So back to the story of what I was talking about. I forgot for a second. Oh shoot, I forgot my story. Wow, it was going to be a great story. Only problem I have with traveling is I drink too much caffeine when I'm traveling, so now I'm so hyped up. Oh, guys, I want to show you something in this tree. We used to take these, I can't remember, it's an oak tree right here that we're looking at, I believe. But look what she has. Okay, let me take you to the tree so you can really see. We're gonna come down here, and right here, these will dry out, and they we used to call them spinners in her tree. So we used to call these spinners, and when they dry out, we used to stand in the bathroom window or on the porch, the roof of the porch or something, or in a barn up top, and we would drop them down and see who's won the race. Yeah, that was one of the things we did. It was kind of neat. I can't believe how it is. I knew it would be getting fallish, but yeah, so these little seed pods, we would let them dry out, and then we would throw them out of trees at each other, and we would race each other with our tree pods because they twirl and spin, twirlies or spinners, or and that was, my mom used to keep us in the woods a lot, and that's one of the things. Listen to the cicadas. There, it's being answered. Yeah. Oh, the book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's called The Secret Lives of Trees. And it talks about, I'm telling you my caffeine level. It talks about how trees feel and how they live in a community and they communicate communicate. And if a bug tries to attack, if they're being attacked by insects or parasites, they'll change, release like a hormone or a chemical in their leaves to change it so it's bitter to help fight infestations um, of bugs, and that they can, if they have trees at their roots, like baby trees. Sometimes we always would sleep. We'd build tree houses, and we had a great time. Literally, like, I don't know, we were like feral children. I mean, back, because you got, okay, I was born in the 60s, late 60s. So in the 1970s, in the country, you know, you had your animals, you had your tree houses. We would go out and camp out, like in the summer. We would like camp out for days when we were younger, and we would fix a whole compound up. And, you know, nobody, that's how it was with kids. It would be, and actually nobody locked their doors, so we would never be locked out. I know it, yeah. She doesn't. She doesn't lock all her doors at night to this day. And we actually would, you know, you left your keys. Yeah, exactly. No, what was funny, when my kids were little and they would cry in the summer, I'd lock them outside with the timer and say, you can go play on the swing set, you're not going to melt. Yeah, I was kind of like that. But she would take us like through the woods and show us, you know, what you could eat, and here's where the blueberries are growing, or here's where the wild raspberries are growing. And you know, when you're running the woods like that, it's, yeah, right. I am training them. But you know, when you ran the woods like that, you could figure out how to build things, how to make a shelter. You know, if somebody fell and got hurt, you could figure out how to keep them and the rest of you until you could get somebody to run, get doctor stuff, so you wouldn't all get in trouble. You know, we had to look out for ourselves, right? It's just very different. It's definitely different now. But the book talks about how the secret lives of trees is what it's called, and how trees communicate, and how they have feelings, and how they know when another tree is knocked down beside them, and all of that. And it's a very, very interesting book. The other one that she has me reading, or getting ready to read, is a book written from the point of view of a house. And the whole book is narrated by the house, describing its lifetime. And I think that's so unique, because I often wonder in these old homes like this. So this house, you know, was built in 1912. Okay, but at that point, you know, it didn't have the indoor plumbing. It didn't have this extension on the back. There's certain things that just weren't here. Matter of fact, it's so funny inside. If you stand at one of her rooms, you're about a foot taller than somebody standing at the other side of the room, because it slopes down. But, you know, you walk into some spaces and you can feel the joy. You can feel a peaceful space. You feel it feels good. And this house that she has is a very feel-good home. And I've always wondered, wow, I wonder what this house has seen, or any old house. So that is another really, really, really interesting. Double D, you are a mess. I'll tell you what, I lock them out in a heartbeat though. Yeah. Sometimes I get across the city hanging out with strangers and making new friends. See, but that's different, because you're in a city. You're in a city. So I grew up, I mean, not in a city like that. We were in the country, and we were on a small street, and there was about 5 or 6 houses, but every house had tons of kids. We had one nowhere to get anywhere, but we've wound up, you know, 10, 15 miles away sometime on our hikes. Absolutely. And remember, that was before cell phone, before radio calls. Oh yeah, it was before all of that. Yeah, it was definitely a different and interesting time. Yep, yep. But think about it though, Double D. If you let your kids use the computer, they're pretty much like this. We're pretty much hanging out with strangers. And that's when my kids were younger, and they wanted a cell phone to text, or they wanted to get on the internet and talk to people. I kept saying, but that doesn't make sense. Why don't you just pick up the telephone and dial a random number and start talking, because you will know just as much about that person by talking to somebody on the telephone, a stranger. Why are you doing this online? Oh, I see a butterfly coming through. It didn't make sense to me. Um, and now that I am the fabulous Nuts ASMR amazing original channel host with all of my friends and subscribers, I understand this strange world. Yeah, not really, but it's interesting, and I think there is definitely a sense of, oh, I kind of sort of know that person because they invite you into their life for a second. But yeah, the days of untraceableness, there was some good times. Some good times. Yeah, my friends are 6 and 8 and are good friends with people up to 60, 76 years old. Yeah, it's kind of scary. For me, it always was, because it was like letting your kids run wild. And now I would be petrified, like if my kids did what we did. And I don't know. It's definitely an interesting dichotomy. You know, now it used to be you worried about the internet, especially, oh my goodness, so way back in 1998, when you were getting your first dating sites and you were getting your first thing, all of the warnings were out. Oh, if you talk to somebody online, they're going to come and hack you up. They're going to come and, things will get wild. If you talk to people, don't go into this, just when like the beginning of chat rooms and all. So you were watching on the news all of this, oh, it's a scam, this, and oh, it's people pretending to be, well, of course people are always going to pretend to be different. I don't care what platform you're on, even if you're in public. I am a much nicer and more even-toned person when I'm in public or interacting with public, as opposed to in my real life. I'm a little high-strung. But anyway, and then it got to the point where, the internet's this safe place, and yet the world is so scary. You don't see kids out on bikes riding their bike 2 or 3 miles to go to a store without a parent. Everybody will be calling, oh, I remember being 4 years old, put on a bus and sat right behind the bus driver to go see my grandmother, who lived 2.5, 3 hours away, and then the bus driver would tell you to get off. Or you would be put on the train at, I think my brother was 2 years older than me, so I must have been 5 and he was 7, and we were put on the train by ourselves to ride down, take a 3-hour train ride to my grandparents' house. And now, that's considered, the world is considered so dangerous. And with the advent of computers and internet, when the internet became the thing, at first the internet was the scary, and now it's the world. It's very interesting how that has flip-flopped, and yeah, I mean, God forbid you let your kids, at 6, 7, 8 years old, walk into a convenience store or store with you sitting right there to purchase something, to count money, to go pick out what they want to buy. Listen to them. Yeah, it's definitely very, very different. And I think even different areas in the country, are still, I think, eh, like where I am, because I'm in a very small town, and you'll see people like run into the convenience store and leave their kids in the car for a second. But then you hear, and like where my mother is, in her area, it's a more metropolitan area, people are calling the police because, I mean, the mother can see out of the door, the cars are locked, and calling the police on somebody. It's just, life is so interesting, but let's get back to watching cars. What do you think of this Jeep? I always wanted a Jeep, but I never wanted the big four-door Jeep. Yeah, I mean, right? You used to let your kid, you used to just go. And now, God, if a parent, I mean, at 9 years old, I'm second to the oldest of 10 kids. I was at home with the kids, babysitting. By 10, I was babysitting for the whole neighborhood. And now, oh, you can't leave a 10-year-old alone. I was cooking dinners. I was helping, we had much more adult responsibilities. And it definitely, in some aspects, I think it helped us grow up, definitely grow up faster, have more of a sense of responsibility. And then you think, okay, so our generation, we were doing, cutting the grass. Oh my God. So I remember at the lawnmower, 6 years old, and it would be too tall, so they wouldn't put the handle all the way up. And you're out there pushing a lawnmower, and now you just don't see that. But I think, yeah, it's interesting how society, especially ours, in the United States, I don't know about other ones, has babied down. And then the generation that came after my generation, the next generation, were the latchkey kids, because that was when people finally, my sisters, my younger sisters and all, they were the divorce where people finally started getting divorced. And, kids were coming home from school 6 years old with the key to get in the house. And now, oh my God, they better go to daycare. I mean, come on. Everybody knew whose parents gave their kid a key and whose parents weren't home, and they were to go inside, do their stuff, and then you'd see them outside. A whole generation grew up with their parents going to work and them going home and letting themselves in, and young kids. And now, oh my gosh, social services would be all over them. Matter of fact, in my area, listen to this one. Not only do they, would that cause a whole scandal, but the bus will not drop an elementary school child off without seeing a parent at the door. And I was walking to school. We were dodging. I had to go. Yeah, I was crazy. And nobody. Yeah. And now the world is so scary. But I walked to school. But then by the time my sisters, because they're substantially younger, the youngest sisters, they were in elementary school. They had a bus that came pick them up because, I don't know, walking across a big log across a creek all of a sudden was too dangerous. I don't know. Go figure. Then when I went to the 6th through 8th grade, the middle school years, I had to, we had to go run across a 4-lane highway to get, but there was no bus because we lived within a mile or 2 miles of the school at that point. And so you were expected to walk. It was crazy. So, yeah, it's very interesting. And now we've made the world out, really handicapped our children, that the world is a scary place. And it's not. I enjoy being out and about. I love traveling. So, yeah, that's what it is. I sure do appreciate everybody that is in the live. Come on and leave a comment. Double D, what other things are you letting your kids do? Huh? Let me know. Let's see. Let me know. But yeah, I mean, it's just a different mindset, from old to young and young to old. And I think it's great. You know, and I have to say this. I need to come on the other side because I feel like looking at the lion is boring. Here, I'll come sit beside the lion and we can all porch sit together. So, let's see if I can get a good angle. I have my tablet here. I'll come sit here with you guys. There we go. So I kind of feel like I wore a muumuu today driving, but then I had to put my jeans on because it was too mosquito-y. But yeah. But that's how it goes. Oh, I think it's hilarious. I finally reached the age of my generation. My generation. I guess this last birthday, you know, turning almost 60 now. This is my generation. My generation. I fit my generation. I remember when. It's insane. And then I look back at photos and they crack me up because how things evolve, it's so slow. Like the changes in cars, they're so subtle. But now if you look back to cars, so I started driving in the early 80s. If you look back to cars then, they look so different. They look funny now, you know, compared to cars now. And it's like, oh my gosh. It's just interesting. It is. And not to take anything away from technology. If I knew how to use it better, I would enjoy it better. But I held out as long as I could. I just got my first cell phone in 2023. So I held out a long time. But my primary job, I worked from home. So I had a computer there. I had a landline there. People could get a hold of me. I did not leave the house running other places to work. I wasn't working away from home. So there was no need for a cell phone. But what happened was the landline got so bad that I had to do something. There was a young lady driving a big old truck. So I had to do something. Hold on, let me adjust that just a little bit. Can you hear me? Let me know. Hold on, we will porch sit together today. There you go. My water. Oh, I'm laying right. Spider web. But I don't ever knock a spider web down. So there we go. Put some lavender spray on. Whew. I mean, I got a big mosquito on me. Ooh, what you gonna do? It's definitely interesting, but I love this time of year. It's when it's like the payoff for making it through the hot summer. The humidity is starting to go away and you can really just sit and enjoy being out. You know, windows down, windows open, and not feel like you're melting. Yeah, yes. Hello, Elves. Elsie, night, born again. I made it to my daughter's house today. So I'm gonna need power. I need to take with me on the farm battery. Yeah, but you know, look for the ones with the solar. You have your solar charger for your phones too. So you can do the power banks, and I got a big block. The last almost 4 charges. It's a huge block. But you also, I have the solar powered that will recharge anything through the solar, and I don't think they're that outrageous. I don't. Welcome, Elsie, welcome. Let me hook you up. So yeah, I was able to finally make it. My daughter is 5 hours from where I live, so it's special. She is in her last year at the university, so I came to hang curtains, I just wanted to visit. I miss, but it's such a beautiful day, and I had some time, and we're all chasing that elusive. So I got my subs, I got my watch hours, now I'm chasing that threshold. So in order to do thresholding, I am definitely doing more lives over here. But tonight, I haven't put a short out for a bit, so it's time for me to put a short or two because, you know, I travel with my nuts. I definitely travel with my nuts. And I finally think I have, I've really worked hard on my shop this week because I finally got that figured out. And I told Hot Grow next week, after I get the one room painted, I'll who knows? I procrastinate, but I'll definitely go on and show you some of the places I use. That truck is being driven, so the university is right behind me. That that parking lot of cars is where the university starts. So she is right outside. I hope everybody, you're very welcome, of course. Yeah, I don't think they're that expensive. I know I've seen them all over Amazon. Actually, I bought one or two for my boys when they were going hiking and camping a lot because, you know, now that they have a phone, I'm not going to turn them loose. That's what I say, you know. We used to go out forever, but oh well. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? But yeah, they do make the solar banks that you can plug in and or the solar panel pieces that you can charge the bank with and actually hook it to your phone to charge it. There's all kinds if you have access to whatever shipping company that goes out that way, or I'm an Amazon queen, so I assume everybody can buy whatever they need on Amazon. Speaking of which, I need to order my curtains before the tariff changes and prices go up. I'm telling you, I think we're just about at the end of being able to buy anything in this country with prices skyrocketing so much. Good, 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 good. Elsie, I'm so glad to hear you are doing great. And I sure do appreciate you stopping in and listening to me ramble, just hanging out with me on the porch on this beautiful day. It's just so glorious that when I have time to enjoy it, you know? It's just like to enjoy it. I think I enjoy being outside and doing stuff more now as well because I know so many people that aren't able to, and I just realized this is hilarious. There's a pecan tree right in front of me. It sure is. The whole pecan tree. Might have to go make a video of the pecan tree. Oh yeah. That's awesome. I never noticed that. Huh. Boy, wait till they fall. I'll be up here collecting pecans. Hold on, let me double check. Let me Google, make sure I'm not seeing things. Let me do image. Sure is. Sure is. 100%. I knew I was right. 100%. You guys want to go look at the pecan tree? I will take you over there. Since pecans are my favorite. Oh, look. I'll take you there. I don't know if I can get it to blow up. Oh, definitely. But we can walk down there and look. I'm going to, yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. I am having a gorgeous day. It was a 5-hour drive up here. So my son did not have to work today. So I was able to use his car. So this right here is a pecan tree. Yes, it is. And you can see right above me, there are pecans, green pecans, right up there. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know how to blow it up. I would definitely get it blown up. But yeah, those are pecans up on this tree. Whole tree of pecans. Wow. That's awesome. Look at them all. Can you see it? Thank you. Do you see them? That's amazing. That is a great tree. That is a great tree. Yeah, I am in my moo years, so I am definitely enjoying. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, so we'll come back up on my daughter's porch. I'm so excited to having found the pecan tree. If y'all saw her house number or something, please don't tell her. She'll be very upset. She takes her privacy very serious. Yeah. It is my darling daughter. My darling daughter. I'm here visiting. She is in her last year of the university, and this is her little bungalow she is in. So it's nice. It is nice. Robborn, welcome in. I just noticed a pecan tree, and since this is Fabulous Nuts ASMR, you know that got me going. Yes, yes, yes. Add as a moderator. Joe, dear, are you a creator or a supporter? Let me know. Do you need a jacket? And also, yes, blessings, Brother Robborn. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yeah, just let me know and I can turn you on if you need a, oh, that's Robborn. Let me see if I can catch Joe. Thank you guys for visiting with me while I am. Divine Tasty Mukbang, hello, my dear friend. I'm a supporter. Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate it. Divine Tasty, let me go ahead and give you a jacket. I can tell by the name of your channel that you're gonna need to connect to some people. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I sure do appreciate everybody stopping in. Do you know how expensive a pound of pecans are? And my cousin has 9 trees on her property, so I definitely get my pecans there. But I am so excited to have another excuse to come up and hang out with my daughter in October to collect the pecans. It's kind of like when you find you have it, yeah, that's what. We are doing great. We are doing great. Blessings, flavors, nuts, and everyone says hot lifestyle. Is that you, Hot Brown? Yeah, it's Hot Brown. Hot lifestyle. Yes, yes. Hello, hello. Please connect. Let everybody know where you're from. If you see new people in the chat that you haven't chatted with, go check their channel out. I promise if you're finding them here, they are great people and are so amazingly supportive. If you haven't liked, comment, and subscribed on one of my videos, please be sure you do, and I will be sure I hit you back on Monday. Sometimes I hit buttons that are crazy and I accidentally delete the chat off of lives. So if you're new, let me know you're here. My people that I see that I know. But yeah. Welcome. You guys are settling in for evening time. It's getting late over there. Well, 9:30 on a Friday night, and you're with us. Woohoo! I am telling you, I started this morning with a live on my other channel and did a whole dance party birthday bit for whole birthday dance, which was fabulous. I know it was. And now we're over here dancing again for Friday. Yes, happy Friday. So a little bit more about my life. I'm a neurodivergent adult, and my daughter is neurodivergent, and she is just amazing. However, being she's 21, almost 22, and wants to go to a bar. So I promised her I would take her to a bar tonight. Hey, but she has a pervasive anxiety disorder, so a lot of things that just seem like a no-brainer. You go with your friends, you walk in, you walk out. For her, the thought of going in, I don't know. I don't know the process, but I said, do you want to go to that bar, baby? I will come and take you to that bar. So that is what we are doing. Yes. If I'm a little different, I'm sorry. I respect you. Joe, you are fine, my dear. You are absolutely fine. So I don't think I have all my comments turned on. So if I'm not reading everything, I am not trying to be rude. I forget. I went to make sure that was a pecan tree before I stood up and walked. I know I was seeing. And then I forgot to turn all my comments back on. And you know how it just does top messages. All right, there you go. Yes, it is 9:37. Yes, divine. Joe, you are fine. This is, we enjoy everybody as long as you come with an open and good spirit. We are here to hang out, to be together, and just enjoy. And I think one thing, like with my channel, people that have been with me for the year, I only started posting videos last year. But they know my channel used to be Fabulous Me, but then the nut cracking and the ASMR stuff is what got me monetized, and it went really, really fast. So I changed it. But then there's something in my mind that still is like an 8-year-old boy or a little girl that just saying the word nut cracks me up. And when I'm in public, or like when I'm talking to my friends or people that are trying to catch up with my life and they're not sure, just to say, oh yeah, I'm doing YouTube right now, because I've kind of retired, and they're like, oh, okay, what are you doing? And just to say Fabulous Nuts ASMR is my channel, it makes me happy. So I got the whole thing. Well, I have the pecan tree, but don't you worry. Hold on. You hear all of that tinkling? My sister just got off of work. That is her messaging me. Of course there are nuts. I travel with my own setup. So I will be delighted to crack a nut for you. I have walnuts. I have a Brazil nut. I have a walnut. I have a hazelnut. Or an almond. What would you like? I would be delighted to crack it. Oh, I gotta pick my thing up. Oh, yes. Okay. Divine, tell me which one. So, I have a little nephew. After I leave here on Sunday, my little niece, she's not little, she's like 30 some years old. Well, she's not 30. She's in her late 20s. She's having her third child, but they just got a new home. So, I can kind of sort of go past her place to go home, and I'm going to stop and drop that off. So I'm going to have, you'll see a little boy hand, a little kid hand. I'm going to teach him how to do a nut. So let's see. Oh, I love Brazil nuts. I love Brazil nuts. And, they're so hard. Their shell is almost like a coconut shell. It's very, very tough. But do you know how to crack these the easiest? Well, let me tell you, since I am the nut queen, if you don't have a heavy-duty cracker, you put them in the freezer. And by freezing them, they will crack instantly. But this cracker being heavy-duty, here, we'll crack it. We'll do a great job. And just a delight. I love that sound. And then it pulled the whole skin And there we have our beautiful Brazil nut all cracked up. So this cracker, if you like those nuts, they're great. And the problem I find, if I use a different type of cracker on the Brazil nut, it leaves like a skin around the nut. But this one got it off very well. But there's something about the old school crackers that I like from my other, let's see, ready? I love making them pop. I am such a child at heart, like for real. I mean, I can do it better. So yesterday when I did tea time, I cracked those nuts. Oh my goodness. Well, I cracked them the right direction. And I got the entire nut out of the shell. Let me see. These nuts, I need to post where I got them from because this company with the walnuts, they have fabulous, I mean, like for real. I'm not just saying it, but their nuts are amazing. So let's see, here we go. I'll move closer, see if I can get a perfect crack on this one. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, wait a minute. We might have done it. Peel the pieces away. There you go. Look, I did not decimate the nut. Now I just have to pull it out. Yes, yes. Hey, Nomad. And not bon dia, that's good morning, but good evening. Good evening. Let me give you a hello. Nomad just came in. He is from Brazil. Brazil in the house. We got London in the house. We got US. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. So look at that. Look. Perfect. Just perfectly cracked. Hey, Journey. I saw you earlier this morning, real early this morning. You were probably getting ready to go to work, probably at work. But you know. So there you go. We're sitting. I came to visit my daughter and I'm waiting for her. She is in class until, she said, I don't know. Her class started, so she'll be home around 5 something. So I said, well, shoot. All right, so we did our perfect Brazil nut crack. Look at that, baby. It turned out perfect. We have our walnut. I am gonna video the heck out of that pecan tree though. Look, I'll even beg her, please go out there and pick up nuts. She won't do it. She'll be like, Mom, leave the nuts alone. I'm like, yeah, but it's a tree and it's on your property. Get those nuts just for me. I'm gonna come up here and get those nuts. All right, guys, let's see. I gotta go. Thank you, Joe. We will always be here. You never know. I'm doing a lot more lives. You can never tell what's happening on a live around here, but you can guarantee a nut's gonna come into it at some point or another, right? Thank you for being here. I sure do appreciate everybody. Tell Joe bye. All right, here we go. This is the one, the hazelnut. I always make a mess. Oh, look, I'm in rare form tonight. Another perfect crack. All right, let's go on with our almond. I'm gonna just go ahead and move that. Oh yeah. These are so perfect, they might wind up on a t-shirt. Yes, yes, yes. They sure might wind up on a t-shirt. So I just got my shop open. I haven't finished the link because I can't remember my password. So I have to go back and do that. But I did do the link on my community tab if you want to go check out some fabulous nuts ASMR merch. Another perfect nut. Look at that. It's just a perfect nut. Oh. All right, this little nut's peeking. Let me show you. It's cracked. Oh, look at this big nut. All right, look. Running around in my jeans, half dressed. So this has a little crack, so let's open it up and see what we have in there. Oh, hold on, let me throw this away. I am supposed to be drinking my water to dilute some of that caffeine. I might come back live later tonight because I don't think I'll be asleep. I usually only have 1 cup of coffee, and then I had a bunch of soda too. That's why they don't let me out of the house much. All right. Oh, it came right on apart. I can't wait till Christmas. I'm going to get me some nutcrackers. Okay, it was okay, but not perfect. We'll blame it on being pre-cracked. Before I go, do you ever need someone to clean your... Hey, okay. All right, there you go. Hello, Blessed Life Dream. Well, thank you for the offer, Joe. Hello, hello, hello. Look, we're having a whole party over here on the porch. Isn't it nice to get somebody else's porch for a while? So that nut didn't do quite as well. We're going to have to definitely go sit under the pecan tree, but I don't know how to zoom in on my camera when it's not on video, on a live. I don't know how to make it zoom. Can you do that? All right, well, I'm going to save the rest of the nuts for when I get up with my little nephew, because at 5 years old, it's time for him to learn the art of nutcracking. Oh, yes. But we will see. We will see. Happy Friday, blessed life from Hot Grown, or Hot Lifestyle. I know what that means, Hot Grown. And Divine Tasty Mukbang says, hi, Blessed. Thank you for connecting us all, Blessed. I sure do appreciate it. Go on up. We had Nomad. He was here from Brazil with the journey of my life. She dropped down from Canada to say hey. Rob Warren, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Hot Grown's flying in from Jamaica to hang out on a Friday. My little one is not going to believe the action her porch saw while she was in class. She never knows when her mama might have a party. She ought to hang out with me more. No, I'm just joking. Like, part of me, I'm so thrilled, that they get to go off, that they're doing adulting. It's just such a wonderful thing to say, oh, okay, I didn't mess them up too bad. Yeah, it's wonderful. And then for them to say, oh, please come visit. And be really excited to see you. It just makes you feel so, so good. I can't keep my eyes off of all those pecans. I mean, it's gobs of them over there. Gobs and gobs of gorgeous green pecan shells. Oh, I'm coming back. That tree is loaded down. Wow. I knew this was the best house ever. I knew it. That tree has to be at least 30 years old, as big as it is, and as heavy with nuts as it is. I mean, it is full. I wonder if, because I've never had a pecan tree over a road that's very well traveled, if when those nuts fall, if they could break a windshield, because they're hard. Probably not. They're not that high off the ground. They probably wouldn't do it, but it's interesting. Hey, Richmond, there you go. Richmond's in the house. Thank you. Elsie is here. Elsie is here as well. Blessed Life Journey blessings again, sis. Richmond is giving us all love. Rob Warren is saying hey and greetings. And that is who is here. And of course, we have in the bush some more people, and I love my bush people. I am often a bush person. Sometimes, you're just having it, you're just listening to the talk, And I know if I pop into the chat, I'll get distracted because I'm so easily distracted these days. Um, so there is, that is, I thank you all. I thank you all. I thank you all. Yup, that's definitely what is going on. Party on the college kids' porch. I think it's a great day. Boy, I'm telling you, people fly up and down this little road, and it literally dead ends at one end. You have to take a left because it goes onto the campus, but at the other end is the student. I have one piece of hair that keeps blowing into my face. It goes into the student apartments and stuff. So it's a nice little place. I really enjoy her little spot. So, yep. So, how much was that? Okay, so I found the 2 lions. I have 2 of them, and you're not going to believe this. I have all of my lawn art and sculptures and stuff like this I found at Rose's. Roses at the beginning of summer, say about April, and they get their sculptures in. Roses has the best sculptures. So I got them at Rose's. I don't remember. They've been on my front porch forever. And she has a big gap right here on her front porch where it needed like a little piece of the fencing, but they didn't have it. So she said, I want to get something. Well, she'll probably only be in this fabulous house for a year before she moves to go to get another degree. And I said, why don't you just take the ones off my front porch? So, that's what she did. And that's how they're here. But I got them at Rose's. I've got them at Rose's. Hot Grown says, big up, rich man. Lions are beautiful. Thank you. I love lions. But it comes from being born on beginning of August myself. And yeah, they're pretty good animals. I think there's like, yeah. Very strong animals. I love them. So that's why they're here and not at my house. But now I feel like no matter what, I'm on her front porch watching my girl. Being sure she is protected. I want to get my shoes on and go see if we find more pecan trees in her backyard. Let's do that. Hold on, let me grab my shoes. I'm sorry I'm in my moo-moo, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's take a look. And I have to bring my things, all my whole party. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We are good. So we found the first pecan tree right there. Look at that beauty. I'm telling you, I can't massive. So we'll walk back this way, see if we see another pecan tree, because if there's one, there has to be another one, correct? I think so. No, that's not a pecan. It's like a maple. It's another oak. All right. Let's see what we have. Let's see what is back here. Oh, vines. Look at that. How that vine grew. Oh, wow. Look, that vine goes all the way up into that tree. It canopied all the way up there. It's huge. It's coming over there. Look at that. Let's see. Are you a pecan tree? No, it looks like a tree that needs some doctoring, though. It doesn't look very healthy, especially not being over the roof of the house. No more pecan trees. I just think her little backyard looks like a fairy yard. It's like a little secret spot. At least it's dry back here this time. Just the one pecan tree. And just yard enough to have a yard. It's great. Let's see. Oh, don't worry about it, stink bug. It's fine. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm at my daughter's and I found a pecan tree. So I decided to come to her backyard to see if we could see any other trees, but I don't see any more. I just found that really cool vine. But in order to do that, I knew it was very mosquito-y back here. I had to put on a sweatshirt so I didn't get eaten up by all of that stuff. So I'm gonna come this way. You know what? I think it was English ivy. So it's going up those trees because it wasn't. Man, if I step on a snake, I'm gonna yell. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't want to get too far from her Wi-Fi. So yeah, she just has a few pecans. Hold on. I'll show you. You can see them right here, just starting. There they are. Look at them all. Yep. Those are gorgeous. This tree is just laden with them. It is wonderful. And that big old azalea. That big old azalea. All right, let's come back this way. It looks like we're buffering. Don't want to buffer. All right, we'll walk down the street. Yes, yes, yes. So that's what I did today. I drove. Oh, see you, Joe. Thank you. I missed a whole lot. Let's see. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. It's fine. Stink bug, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Everyone have a blessed day. Thank you. Jesus loves you. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Yep, listen to the guys there, Joe. My buds. So here we go. Just up. I'm going to re-enter on this side. I lost the internet. So only the one pecan tree, but hey, how exciting is it to find a pecan tree anyway? I also think on her tree, like some of these like spots that she has, I love looking at knots. I think this right here, this one, oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my daughter saying she's coming home. I think this looks like a gnome face. Like here's an eye, and here's another eye. There's the mouth, and an antenna, like not an antenna, but like a horn. And right here, you have another face, a little fairy face, an ear, a mouth, a nose, an eye. That's how my brain sees the world. Like it was definitely another face, see? You have like a gnarled mouth, an eye, an arm. Well, that is how I see the world. And look, isn't this crazy? There's a cross embedded into this tree. Like it's fully, the tree has grown around. You're okay, you're okay. Just read the room, Joe. They're saying, tone it down now, babe. Tone it down. We're good. But yeah, look at that. Cross is right there. Let's see what else we see. Oh, look, there's a wire coming right here. I don't see those cicadas. Isn't it crazy? Look at this big injury. So it got split I got split, but this up here is still very much alive. I mean, that is crazy that with that kind of injury right here, it's being hollowed out, that it's still so viable. I think nature's awesome. Yep, yep, yep. Well, guys, we found a great pecans tree sample. And with that being said, I am going to bid everybody a great evening. It is now, I think, 5 o'clock my time. And my girl said she's heading home, so we've got to get dressed to go out. I hope no matter what you're doing tonight or this morning, you just have a fabulous time. And remember to find the joy in it. With that being said, I am going to say, until next time, stay fabulous, my friends. Just stay fabulous. Oops, let me try again.